Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 6th Dailymaru video. Now today, there isn't much to talk about, right? Unfortunately, there's no new leaks. There's a pretty large influx of leaks, but on a different game called Gathering Wives, right? So for HSR specifically, there isn't really anything new, right? Now, for the WUWA side of things, I don't know if I'm going to pull Yuno or not, because she would free up my SK, and that's going to be pretty important with this new WUWA endgame that now has 2 more floors in the Hazard Tower, meaning you need 3 teams instead of 2. But yeah, it kind of is what it is. I'm not going to think about it too much. I don't even play WUWA that actively, right? So, as many of you guys know, the drip markets for March and as well as Dan Heng were delayed. They're on the 3rd and 4th, which should be on the 3rd, is 2 days away. And tomorrow, my time, it's the live stream. My chat in my yesterday stream lied to me, and I was super excited when I woke up just for me to check the time for when it goes live, and it's at 7:30 in the morning tomorrow for me, right? So I'm assuming the reason the drip markets got delayed is because Dan Heng and March are going to appear in this live stream, and Dan Heng and March haven't appeared with their new SPs in the actual game yet. So it actually does kind of make sense. However, I swear to God, if they blue balled me and they don't show March and Dan Heng in that stream, I'll fucking lose my marbles, right? So next patch, it should be a filler patch. There's nothing to really be excited about. We got Heislands, we got Saridra. I hate thinking about Saridra at all. It pisses me off outside of gooning, right? And then Heislands, she does look better than I originally anticipated. I still fucking hate Dot though, because of how, they get no support. So I still wouldn't recommend anyone invest in Dot unless they already have Kafka and Swan, right? Now, something I actually saw, interestingly enough, is that Kafka's own signature Lycone is some cheeks compared to just running tutorial or Good Night Sleep Well or like other Lycones, right? So if you are someone who pulled for Kafka's signature Lycone and you plan to run her with like the Heislands triple dot or even just with Heislands, right? My condolences. That is just straight up a waste of pulls, right? I would like to once again bring up this idea if any Hoyoverse employees watch me, right? That way, if you're secretly watching some small content creator out there, can we please get a way to just refund limited 5 stars? Like, I beg, man. That would be absolutely amazing, because my E2 My Day on my main account actually pisses me off. Like, I cannot believe I fell for that shit of Eidolon bait. Just thinking about it pisses me off, right? But that aside, we got Saridra, we got Heislands, the Kafka rerun, the Silver Wolf rerun. I wouldn't really pull on either of these reruns if you don't already own the characters. Not so worth it with the upcoming characters we have. Terraox is rumored to be free, so maybe that will probably also be announced in this live stream. So I'm quite curious what Terraox will exactly do, right? It's been a lot of skepticism around how this guy will work, right? Because a lot of people are having optimism for the way his summon works. And basically, because Saridra is as underwhelming as she is, people think she might have some hidden secret synergy with Dan Heng, where whenever the summon moves, it'll generate a chest stack for Saridra. Now, in my opinion, this is like Gigacope. However, it's Hoyoverse, so I wouldn't put it past them, right? And if this were to happen, then Saridra's value would actually be like niche worth it levels, right? Unfortunately though, like 99% chance this just isn't the case. People are just coping, and I'm gonna skip Saridra and just pull for like a Dan Heng Lycone or like a Dan Heng E1 if it's worth it, right? Hopefully he has some power creep in his Eidolons, because Hyacint's E1 for her niche is like incredibly fucking disgusting. Like, it's really not talked about enough. That E1 in a Cassie team, Hyacint by herself already is fucking massive for a Cassie, right? Out of all the teammates that she can get, Hyacint makes the biggest difference for her performance. But holy fuck, that E1 is actually insane. It makes the max HP increase even bigger, and I believe you gain healing whenever anyone on the team attacks at all. Holy fuck, that is insane for a Cassie team, right? So, I am having some, maybe regretful hopes, right? It's like a nigh 0% chance they give Terraox the same treatment, but I'm praying here that Terraox can at least transfer Sustainless into Sustain, right, performance, and maybe he can add something a little more, right? At the end of the day, he will automatically add 95% damage bonus if running alongside Sunday, because a 45% damage bonus in Phenon's kit when he's ran with Sustain, and 50% extra from Sunday when there's a summon on the person he's targeting, right? So all this guy really needs is a few debuffs or buffs in his base kit, and that's literally it. Because if we're all being honest, Phenon is the character who least needs a Sustain in the entirety of this game. In fact, his teammates need the Sustain, not him, right? Especially if he can get into a second ult, you can live like 1 or 2 cycles without dying, just running him Sustainless, if you actually have a well-optimized rotation for him, right? So I'm hoping they don't focus too much on the sustain aspect for Dan Heng, and they focus more on his buffing capability, kind of like a Huohuo situation, right? Like, I think we can all agree Huohuo has seen some amazing use even up till today's day and age, right? And it's because of her energy buffs. Everybody's aware of this. It's the energy buffs that have allowed her to be still best in slot and very good for even, newer DPSs almost 1-2 years later, right? So I hope they give Dan Heng this treatment. They make him more debuff or buff oriented, since Phenon does not need sustain. And this will make like the Sunday Terraox comp, the wheelchair, something really strong, right? The same way that you have the Hyacint Tribby wheelchair. So let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited? I am not so sure, once again, about pulling March for my Cassie. It depends, right? How much she exactly benefits Cassie over maybe the likes of Tribby or RMC. If it's by a decent amount, I might genuinely consider it. And if she has like a really good drip, like she looks really good, I may just fold, right? I'm already considering folding for Saridra on my Anoxa account when I just don't need to, because I just find her hot as shit, right? So yeah, hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Live stream in I think around like 12 hours, right? And peace out.